Right. Now this is a story based on a Cornish folk tale. And it's set in a time when young lads started work in the mine at a very early age. And we got people who are sort of quite specialist in mining here. We've got a few people that, you know, but anyway, these Cornish lads, Jackie and Jan, they were just two poor mining lads. They were so poor they couldn't afford a belt between them to hold up the trousers. The trousers were held up with a bit of airy string left over from baling the hay. But like any working blokes, on a Friday night they like to go off down the pub and meet the mates. But there's a bit of a problem because they lived in St Just. And in those days, the people of St Just were so upright and virtuous, there wasn't a single pub in the town. So if they wanted a drink, they'd got to walk 4 miles to Morvern. Well, they were just getting ready to go out this one night, and the mother called them. She said, "Lads, do you know what it is tonight?" I said, "No, we don't." I said, "Well, tonight is Halloween. And tonight you're likely to encounter ghosts, ghouls, goblins, and even old Nick himself. So what I want you to do, I want you to promise me that you'll be back here well before 12 o'clock. Well, the lads promised. And then off they went, down the hill to Manchero and over the bridge, over the little stream. And then they went all the way around, keeping well away from the base of Carn Kinnijack. Because on a dark night, on the Carn, bright lights can be seen and wild hooting sounds can be heard, and that's definitely the work of ghosts, ghouls, goblins, and even old Nick himself. Well, eventually they reached the pub, and in they went. They joined the mates, and they were all there singing songs and telling stories. And being as it was Halloween, those songs and stories were all about ghosts, ghouls, goblins, and even old Nick himself. Well, they were having such a good time that, well, they lost track of time. That was until the clock started to strike 12. And then they knew they were in trouble. They dashed out of that pub and started running down the road. And then they had an idea. They thought if they cut across the common, just at the foot of Carn Kinnijack, they could save some time and they wouldn't be in quite so much trouble. Well, they hadn't long left the road when they heard a horse and a rider galloping towards them. And they had to throw themselves off the path out of its way. And Jackie shouted, "Oi, that's no way to ride a horse at night." The horse stopped. It turned and slowly came back to him, and they could see the rider with his cloak with a hood right over his head, and his bright red eyes shining out from beneath the hood. He said, "I'm sorry about that, lads, but I'm in a bit of an hurry. I'm in a hurry to get up the Carn for the wrestling. Why don't you come and join me?" Now, there's nothing Cornish lads like more than a bit of wrestling. And it's in the most natural thing in the world to follow that stranger up onto the Carn. And when they got there, there was a big flat area of granite where the rock had been quarried, and all around there was a grassy bank. And all around on the grassy banks, seated there were the ghosts, ghouls, goblins, and even old Nick himself. Yeah, he was there, he was sitting on a throne at the back where he got a good view of everything. Well, straight away, the wrestling started. But these wrestlers, and nothing like any wrestlers you've ever seen, they were 10 feet tall, true Cornish giants. And with every fall, you could hear the breaking of bones, the tearing of sinew, and the ripping of flesh. And it went on until one of them got the better of his opponent. And he lifted his opponent way above his head. And with a sickening thud, he slammed him down onto that flat granite. And then off he went to get his prize. But his opponent just lay there. And Jackie said, we've got to help him. So the lads went down into the ring. Jan said, is he alive? He says, only just. He said, well, we'd better get a doctor. And Jackie says, I don't think there's time. In that case, do you know any prayers? He says, just the one. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. And they stopped because they felt the hairs standing up on the back of their neck. They knew they were being watched. And they turned round, and sure enough, all those ghosts, ghouls, goblins, and even old Nick himself were looking at them. Well, old Nick, he raised his hand and he opened his mouth to speak, but he never had a chance because them lads were out of the ring and they were running down the hill towards Manchester as fast as they could, and they were followed by all those ghosts, ghouls, goblins, and even old Nick himself. Well, Jackie's legs were getting tired and Jan's laces were coming undone. And every step they took, there was ghosts, ghouls, goblins, and even old Nick himself got closer and closer. But the lads realised if they could get to the bridge and across the stream, they'd be safe, because ghosts can't cross running water. And they were just one pace away from that bridge when the biggest, ugliest, fiercest goblin of the lot grabbed them by the seat of the pants. He opened his mouth and they could feel his hot breath on the back of their necks, and they knew he was going to bite their heads off. But Jackie and Jan were just two poor mining lads. The trousers were only held up with hairy string. Well, that string, it broke with a twang, and so they crossed over the bridge. But the trousers never did. Now that's a tall tale, and that's what they told the mother when they arrived home at 1 o'clock in the morning without the trousers.
Good tale. Good tale.